Guys are whipping out there. Everything's working against me. I can't get it out much further because I won't be able to hit the trigger. Get the frick in there. Okay, I'm in. Now I've got to hit the trigger out there. So let's see if we can get this thing going. Here's my situation. I've got a pecan tree that's now got branches that are hitting the house. I know what you're thinking. Mike, it looks like they've been hitting the house for quite a while. Look at those branches. They're really embedded in that corner of the house. Well, until yesterday, I had 4 lines going to another tree over there, but then we cut the tree down, and that just kind of made this whole pecan tree arch. Since we have removed that tree, there's way more light in that direction, so eventually the tree's going to grow this way, but I've got to lighten up the top in order to do that. From the ground up to the top of the tree is 30-40 feet, and using a ladder puts you way up there dangerously. I came up with an idea this morning. I'm going to use the pole saw through those windows in order to cut the tree safely. Let's see how this works out. Got the pole saw. I've got a lanyard. Then I'm going to clip this thing into. If for some reason I let go of it, it's not going to go down to the bottom, damage below, but also destroy the saw. I'll post this lanyard down below in case you're interested. And then I've got this safety line here that I'm going to clip into so I don't fall down. So let's extend the saw, punch it out the window, and let's get some cutting done. There's a lot of weight on the end of this thing, which makes it a little unruly. So you gotta work the physics and get the right spot when it drops. One more branch. Of course, it's gonna be the hardest. Here's everything that came off of the tree. Some lessons learned here. This lanyard is really important because as you bring this out the window, you're moving it way out there and you're holding it like this, and it gets really heavy because of the weight of the cutter. I kind of would like to have a pivot point. I actually thought about that, where you could maybe put a Prusik knot kind of like this here. It slides well but locks in place, and just kind of have a pivot point that you could mount above, so when you turn this around or even push it out a little bit, it's not going to be so much weight on you. I had to actually kind of crux it in and almost put it on my hip to get it counterbalanced right, reaching out there. Wouldn't necessarily suggest that this is something that anybody should just do, cutting trees outside of windows. I successfully cleared the house. There's the windows I was cutting out of, but there's that branch I need to probably take a little bit more of. It's day 2. I was thinking about this overnight. There's still things up there I need to cut. And even though I had a lot of success yesterday with this, it's time to make this better. Again, this is not encouraging people to do this, just to show you what I came up with. I'm going to use this paint pole, cable tie it onto here, can have this way out there. Then I'm going to have a pivot and we'll be able to extend this out safely without feeling like it's going to rip my shoulder out or come out of my hand. Here's the final design. This is the business end and the heavy part of the pole saw. I took a bunch of pretty strong cable ties and a cable tie cutter. I'll tell you what, these things are worth their weight in gold if you're doing a lot of cable tie work. And here's where I have the 8-foot page pole. Now this expands out 14, 15 feet. What I'm going to do is span this out. Okay, this is so much better than yesterday, where I was just holding this thing at this point. Can actually get it out there. Okay, well, Alright, I have to straighten this out first before going any further. Let's figure that out. So bringing it back in. Here's the fix. Paint stirrers on either side and slid those in to tighten up this piece. Then I put in a loop plus another cable tie in there and did this thing called figure eights on here with 11-inch cable ties. All to increase the friction and keep this top pole in place as I bring it out the window. Put into my safety rig. So we're always safe on this channel. Target my cut. Okay, so it's out there. Everything's working against me. Get it out much further because I won't be able to hit the trigger. Come on now. Get the frick in there. Okay, I'm in. Now I've got to hit the trigger out there. So let's see if we can get this thing going. What you doing there, buddy? Oh, man, I hope I got that on video. Woo! Alright, this worked, but very difficult. And that was using a pole saw going all the way out the window to cut a tree. This extension worked, and this mod kept everything pretty much in place, but it's still difficult. Thumbs up and comments, always appreciated. Thanks for watching. If you're interested in all sorts of crazy designs, some you probably shouldn't do, making and breaking things, designs of all kinds, home repairs, I can do costumes, cosplay, and props, which are much easier than this. Check out my channel and please subscribe, because you never know what crazy idea you're gonna see.